Any Southeastern Conference championship night is a historic night. This was definitely one for sure. The Georgia Bulldogs win the game, and the score was
28-7. Georgia dominated Alabama tonight. I told Dean last night, get your popcorn ready. It's front seat Ryan. Popcorn appears on the way out the stadium. I'm bringing the pop tonight. The way that Georgia's defense did. That was the story. Georgia dominated Alabama defensively. When you take into account the sack yards, Alabama, -3 yards on the ground. Absolutely ridiculous in an SEC game. We know that the trenches matter for this matchup. Georgia won little moments. They won special teams. Good punting from Brett Thorson. Good punt block from Cole Spear. Good recovery from Justin Williams. Tip drill interception by Dalen Everett. Georgia converted a touchdown on another short field. They won all 3 phases tonight. They're the SEC championship or the SEC champions, and they're going to the Sugar Bowl to face TVD. We'll find that out who it could be tomorrow.
Yeah, it was a complete win. I thought they were really good around the goal line. Gunnar Stockton, 3 touchdown passes, around 160 yards. They were not super explosive.
Is anyone telling me where to go?
I'm going to look it up.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to look it up.
We're going to go north on Northside Drive.
We definitely should go out of the parking deck.
You think? Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nate Frazier got blasted on one of his first touches of the game, but he came back in, ran really hard into the day, around 50 yards, and a big 8-yard touchdown run that got them up 21-0. The place exploded. That's when it kind of felt like the game was over. But if you're a Georgia fan, it was 14-0 at the half. The defense was outstanding. You had to feel pretty good. Alabama made things a little, tricky early in the fourth quarter, but Georgia stepped on their throat, and they were clearly the better team. They were able to run the football. They won the trenches, and the defense playing better and better each and every week. They went 12 quarters without giving up a touchdown before giving up that touchdown to Alabama. Before that, the last touchdown they had given up was in the third quarter against Texas. That team, or that group is playing lights out right now. Ellis Robinson is playing extremely well at cornerback. Quintavious Johnson was out there. Gabe Harris just clobbered Ty Simpson on one particular play. I thought the front was really good, as Ryan said, stopping the run. Overall, if they continue to play like this, they are going to be tough to stop in the playoffs, Dean.
Yeah, a couple things. I can't remember the riding home. Everybody can go back and reference it. We really appreciate everybody watching. We can't do it without our friends at So Poly Outdoor Furniture. Use the code DEAN10 to get 10% off as well as free shipping. We've got great friends at Red Zone. It's time to start shopping at Red Zone. It's time, like it's now, so they can, Scott and Mindy, everybody can get you. Zoe, Leslie can get everything to you. We know them by their first name because they're our friends, okay? Shout out, Scott and Mindy. We know you are watching. Look, this was -3 yards for Alabama. That's the worst in Alabama history. The Bear, Mike DeBose, Mike Shula, all the Mikes never had a -3 yard day. This is Georgia's 16th Southeastern Conference Championship. They have zoomed past Tennessee. Tennessee's not within 3 of Georgia, and Georgia is, the stalking horse of Alabama, but they're not there yet. Listen, y'all, Georgia was a lot better than Alabama. They shouldn't have lost the game in Athens. They were not going to lose this game tonight. The way they're playing right now, I came into this thing thinking I'm not sure they can win the national championship. But performances like that, defensively, now the offense was not unreal, but they took advantage of everything that they needed to take advantage of, and Ryan, it was another crown for Kirby and company, 17, 22, 24, 25. So it's 4 SEC championships for Kirby. Is that correct?
Yeah.
I think Vince Dooley was smiling down tonight. This was a game Vince would have loved. This game. I got a chance to see Claude Felton. Didn't talk to him for very long. A lot of people there tonight. The old school, Lauren, Georgia crowd,
which was terrific, by the way.
What's that? The Georgia crowd. Yeah, I think it was 60-40 Georgia. I'm not sure. I think you felt like it was a little tighter than that. But
I thought it was kind of. The Alabama side was certainly the Alabama side.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. And it was they had people on the Georgia side, I think vice versa. I think that we got bus either broken down up here. We witnessed the Hawks last night, just very quickly, 10-second Hawks.
10-second Hawks. Bad loss when you're up like that and you're shooting like that in the first half, but I saw a Jokic 40 ball. Best player in the world.
Look, I think you're going to play in the Sugar Bowl. That's going to be a tough game, and you could get Notre Dame. I don't know.
It could be Notre Dame. What's the suspicion for us right now is that Georgia's going to slide up to number 2. We think it could be the 3. They could just keep Ohio State, Indiana at 1 and 2, regardless. So we're talking about them playing, whether they're the 2 or the 3. We're talking about a batch of teams like Ole Miss, Texas A&M, Notre Dame, and Alabama. That's kind of the group that you're looking at them possibly playing in the second round.
Yeah,
so that's 3 SEC teams.
It's starting to look, Matt, like James Madison could get a shot here.
Oh, the Dukes.
I mean, Kennesaw dropped the ball against Wake Forest. They had their opportunity, didn't happen.
Nobody wants to play Kennesaw State
How is
right
there
now.
still traffic right now? It's 10 o'clock. I'm a little confused right now.
I will say, going into this game, one of the biggest worries was the center position. I thought Malachi Tolliver played really well.
Got the job done.
I would not stop talking about this. The guy was not brought in to be a backup. The guy was brought in to be a starter. Malachi, when you get your ring, you earned it. Yeah. You earned that win tonight. I mean, the snaps weren't all over the place. It's not shocking. It's not shocking at all. Dylan Everett, another interception in the SEC championship game. This guy's got 3 SEC championship interceptions.
That was an impressive one, too.
Tip drill. Yeah, it came up, and he had to reach back and go get it. And what was important was that Georgia converted with a touchdown on that. And they did not, they took advantage of all their short fields. They didn't have to kick field goals. They scored touchdowns.
Oh, no! You're jamming me. Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
We're okay now.
We're good.
But bro was about to jam me pretty hard.
Not the Dawg Post crew. We don't get jammed up in there.
I mean, I got no issue with playing through the echo of the whistle when we're out here, but you cannot block me. So then I'm blocking the intersection. That's a no. We're fully through this on the other side. Alabama, I think, is still in the college football playoff.
I think so too. But you have to consider leaving them out for Miami, I suppose, when. We just saw them get beat down by a playoff team.
Why is Notre Dame in for sure if Miami beat them on the last play of the game, whatever? But I mean, at some stage that's got to matter, right? Because BYU's going to fall, and then it's going to become Miami and Notre Dame are boom boom. You cannot pick Notre Dame over them, but at the same time, how are you going to justify dropping Notre Dame when they didn't play? Nothing changed.
They can just come out and say, hey, look, we changed our mind.
Yeah.
Like, just tell us the truth, whatever it is, and don't lie about it, whatever it is. But I think the reason that Notre Dame is in there is because they just feel like Notre Dame's better than Miami.
I can't go any further.
I don't know why we're not going.
I don't know where we're not going either. Other than Midtown traffic in Atlanta is borderline as bad as Midtown traffic in New York, in Manhattan. Borderline. Not completely. I don't know what that building is. I think it's the Bank of America. That is a beautiful building, and the skyline of Atlanta has changed so much in my lifetime. I remember these buildings just simply were not here. But the Dome is a fabulous facility to play in. We gotta shut the doors though. The docking bays. I'm wearing a jacket inside. That should not be happening, and you have to, because it's freezing. Go ahead.
You could also wear pants.
No. We don't wear pants when we're going to be groveling on the floor. I mean, I had 3 more yards tonight rushing than Alabama did. Yeah. That doesn't happen with pants on.
I got my pants on, and I got a bunch of steps in. Kirby Smart was stoked after this, and so was the rest of the Georgia staff. This meant so much to them, and you could hear it in the crowd too. When they started going up, and it felt like they were gonna cruise, and they did cruise.
Yeah,
there was never really a doubt in the game. When they went up 14-0, you were feeling really good. When they went up 21-0, you could feel the victory in the air. It meant so much to the crowd, and Kirby's having fun tonight.
Just 2 things real quick. I had someone from Georgia who, I'm not going to describe the person, but the coaching staff was very honed in on this was the first time that Georgia's won a back-to-back SEC championship since Herschel won it in 80. Well, you can pick 81 or 82. Well, it would be 81 or 82. So we're talking about over 40 years since Georgia's won back-to-back. Number two, Ryan, I'm not sure Georgia will look at Alabama the same way because they beat their ass tonight.
Yeah, I was going to kind of get at what both of y'all are saying. This was an important win for the program.
You got to pull up. That's the problem.
This is an important win for the program up here, mentally. Because the monkey has been on their back no matter what happened in Indianapolis. We saw what happened in September, and then we saw what happened last September in Tuscaloosa. Kirby needed to beat Alabama. He needed to beat Kalen DeBoer as well because he was just continuing what Nick Saban and them had. And, yes, and in this building. So this was a huge mental win for the program no matter what happens the rest of the way this season.
Why are we going for it? On 4th and 2 from
Alabama?
Why are we going
Desperation.
for it on 4th and 2
Desperation.
from our own whatever? And the game, there's 8 minutes left. Punt the ball. There's a lot of time left in the game. Complete panic. Listen, I think Kalen DeBoer is really good. That was massive panic to me.
Good. I wouldn't say really good. I think he's good, fine,
he's lost 16 games
coach.
or something like that.
He took Washington to the national championship.
Yeah, I mean, he's good.
Again, but they're not.
I'm getting impatient.
I know they're banged up.
I'm getting impatient.
I know but they are not the same Alabama, and we saw that today.
I know, but
I wasn't surprised that he went for it. I probably would have punted myself.
I would have punted.
But he said, "Cards on the table. This is the game right here. We have to score
don't
touchdowns
do that
every
though.
drive."
I mean,
And
it's
it
4th and 2, and you got to go the length of the field.
Well, they can't even go 2 yards.
Yeah, they can't just punt the ball.
That's the play the game ended. That's
Totally. I was like,
officially
okay, well,
ended.
now I got to start getting what is post. See, so inside baseball here, which is that, then I start texting people things, and it's just like, and I was like, what do I need to do right now? Because this game is over. What do I need to do right now? There's 8 minutes. There's half the quarter. More than half the quarter is left.
When Ryan's eating dessert in the third quarter,
Halftime.
the game's over.
You're only
Game's
down
over.
14.
Double dessert, too.
I mean, you're down 14 with 6 minutes to go, or 5. You still got a shot. Were they that much? I mean,
Well,
They
Georgia
could not
field goal
move
would
the
have
ball.
ended
they
the
couldn't
game.
move the ball.
They didn't get past the 50-yard line until the second half. It was
Who is 15?
couldn't
What's
move the
15's
ball.
number? What's
DeMello Jones.
So he's got to chill
that
out,
personal
man.
foul, I don't agree with the pass interference, though, later
That
on
was
in
a
the
weak
drive.
call.
That was a weak
Okay,
call.
but no. That's irrelevant to what I'm going to say. And the kid, listen, he made a mistake, but you just can't. And Kirby said, you're being selfish. Bro, you're being selfish.
It gave them life.
It gave Alabama life, and you got it. We talk about mental toughness all the time. Try to teach my kids mental toughness. It's about letting things go so you can get what you want, or doing things that you have to do to get what you want. If bro is chirping to you, I don't even know if it was Jermaine or if it was the other kid.
Jermaine.
What's his name?
Jeremy Bernard.
They don't do anything now. This is not an explosive Alabama offense. I feel like those two, Ryan Williams.
Ryan Williams is different.
Right. Is he still?
They
is
should have
he-
fed
should
him
he
the
still
ball
be in
more.
it? He's
Those
good.
spin moves or something else.
But he didn't do shit tonight, though, man. Honestly,
He had a couple nice plays. They needed to get him the ball more.
Yeah, they did, but they could not do it. They couldn't do it because they had, earmuffs. Because the Georgia defensive line was dry humping Ty Simpson the whole night. The whole night.
They only had 3 sacks. It felt like a lot more.
Okay.
Well, but hey, the thing was, it's not all about sacks, right? It's about
No.
affecting the quarterback and disrupting,
This
and
guy
that's
couldn't-
something they couldn't do at the beginning of the year. They did it tonight.
Yeah.
This guy could not do. He couldn't step in the throws. He is really good too.
He is.
And
He
they
did
made
everything he could.
made him look bad.
We were talking a little bit in the press box. He got beat up last week, and
Yeah,
it looked
he
like maybe
did.
he was just a little bit banged up. But it's tough. Georgia did what it needed to do in terms of just affecting him and getting him off his tempo and his rhythm. He was scanning the field. He was going through the progressions almost every single play. He had enough time on a lot of plays to maybe make something happen. Georgia covered on the back end. That was another thing we talked about this week.
I should have gone through Morehouse. I mean, this is
so
bad.
bad.
This is a bad
We're gonna have
mistake.
to end the recording before we get there. It's gonna be super long.
Yeah, I mean, I should have gone. I should have gone through Morehouse. This is a mistake. It's my mistake. I will own it. It's telling us to take 75 just because, I guess. Listen, as an Atlanta native, you never want to take 75. Okay, that's my rule. You don't want to go that way. It's a mess. Those of us who grew up in DeKalb were very anti, not just Gwinnett, but Cobb as well. Fulton, we will hear about, we will deal with Fulton.
It's go time, brother.
Yeah, but I just
You got to figure out how to get in there.
Well, I'll go south for an intersection or for
An exit?
an exit and turn around. I don't care.
And we should be able to cut people off. This is Dawg Post.
Well, I
You
think
know
the
what?
thing
You should,
is,
you should put the Dawg Post mobile on the side of the car. That would be pretty funny.
this car has 230. I just want to note, this car has 233,000 miles. This car went to Chicago and back.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, Starkville twice or wherever. This car has
Lexington
been.
several times.
Oh God. This car has been through it. Not as much as I think they have improved. You can first of all, the defense is not allowed. Did Charlotte score a touchdown?
No. Neither did Georgia Tech. Before the Alabama touchdown, the last one they gave up was in the
Texas.
third quarter to Texas.
2 touchdowns in the last 4 games.
They're
And they handed Alabama that touchdown. That whole drive they just handed to them.
And I don't know. Gunner, he played well. He did not play to the level that he has the capability of playing.
Guys
to.
are open. Guys
But-
are open.
He didn't, he didn't do anything costly, and that's far more important than him just taking risks.
I just want to say this real quick because he's kind of, I don't know him at all, but he's really kind of been one of my favorite players. Is Dylan Bell, and I have to say this was retribution for Dylan Bell. This moment in 23, he had the fumble against Alabama.
I think you can pull this off.
What, you want me to go on 75?
Well, you said we were going
really
to go
don't
south
want
first.
to, man.
You do
No,
you.
I'm going 85. I'm from DeKalb County. I'm not messing with 75.
It looked like a disaster.
That's for other people. We're sophisticated. No, we're not fancy. We're not from Cab. We're not from Cab. Whatever it is, you got to get in your lane, bro.
Cobb?
You're going a little hard.
Talking about Cobb
We're
County?
not Cobb County. We're not refined or anything like. We don't do that.
There's a lot of not so great in Cobb County. I'm going to stop.
Oh
right
well,
there.
there's plenty of not great in DeKalb.
Okay.
Okay, can barely spell. But someone was asking me to spell something today. I was like, no, dude, I don't spell without a typewriter. Smart Wiser. He was like, hey, how do you spell ludicrous? He goes, how do you spell ludicrous? And I was like, I don't spell without a keyboard.
Ludacris.
Well,
Oh, that was so wrong. That was embarrassing.
Luda.
That's-
Luda.
That's ludicrous. Is what I just spelled.
So real quick about back to Mike and Dylan Bell, and I don't know when I'll put the video out, but Mike Bobo, excuse me, who I do know, he was eager to catch up with Dylan Bell as they went into the corridor. And listen, man, Dylan Bell's had a tough times at times through the years, and that fumble against Alabama in 23, I feel like this game was retribution for Dylan. Is this Mike's first SEC championship game?
20.
No, 23. They
didn't win. Yeah,
They won last year.
Mike has been on what?
They won last year.
They won last year. Excuse me. Yes, excuse me. But it wasn't against Alabama. Are we allowed to say that out loud? I mean,
they conquered Alabama.
Last year was a big win.
Is this saying to turn left right here though? Like, don't we want 85?
Something I'm kind of surprised we haven't talked about. They used all sorts of weapons tonight. Elias Williams and Taylor were out there on the first sequence. Roderick Robinson, who's barely played, they scheme up a
touchdown.
bootleg.
Yeah.
They scheme up a bootleg red zone or touchdown for him.
I'm not. Whoa!
Nate Frazier and
Did he not go the wrong way down a one-way street just then?
That's a.
No, we're not doing.
They said that way.
Shoot. Yeah, that's my mistake.
But Zachariah Branch is the best player on the field for Georgia on offense, and he was the one that had the dagger. That touchdown was ridiculous. He had another play in the first half.
You can't just stop.
They
Holy God.
They had a touchdown waiting for him, but the ball was tipped. But Talon Taylor was about to
Yes,
score
he
a
was
touchdown.
wide open.
That was
oh my God.
The play before the Nate Frazier touchdown
I need
run.
some help
So
here.
they did secure that touchdown there. But when they got into the red zone, they scored touchdowns. And Alabama didn't get in the red
Wants you to
zone
go on
really at all.
75.
Why does it want? I don't want to go on 75.
It's the fastest way.
No, it's not. I'm just gonna say it's not. No.
Oh boy. Here we go.
It's not though, dude. I mean, like, I'm not doing that. I will not do that. I will go on Trisha Bridge. I'm not going on.
Just
75.
keep going north.
Yeah. I'm not going on 75. It's against my religion to go on 75.
We get inside the perimeter, and all of a sudden he has all these rules.
There are
and-
rules.
and
There are specific rules.
all his arbitrary rules.
It's
and
not arbitrary.
We're following them right now.
We're going, I'm not getting on 75 to go to perimeter.
This is
ball.
why I brought snacks. So long. You guys want some?
Like, I'm not going on. No. Not happening. I think they got to get the offense a little bit. Here's Ponce. Whoa! What is
I'm ready
happening?
to not play games down here.
This guy, I mean, was he drunk? Like he
know.
went like
I'd
this
like
is
to
a
get
one-way
out of the
street.
city.
We about got popped head to head there. What is it? I don't mind. I love Atlanta, but like we've almost had head-on collisions on a one-way street twice now in the last 4 minutes. And people think I got road rage. I don't have road rage. I just want people to act right. That's all. I don't think it's too much to ask. I don't think it's too much to ask to not go on 75.
Gunnar Stockton ran the ball like 13 times today.
It's begging you to go on 75.
That is.
I'm not going on 75. Not happening. So I think with Gunnar,
He could play better, but he played fine, efficient, winning football today.
when he runs, he gets yards.
Sometimes it's one.
But
two.
even
That reminds me of the beginning of the season when he was talking.
Hater,
I think it was Matt. That
Hater
was,
Matt is here.
You were talking about how he was so good at 3-yard runs or something at the beginning.
He's
of the
really
season.
good at picking up 2 and 3 yard runs.
He is.
Sometimes he picks up 8. Sometimes he picks up
But
1.
wouldn't you rather be 2nd and 7 than 2nd and 10?
He's got to lead
Lead the world.
No, I'm just. How many Georgia quarterbacks have run it as many times as Gunnar so far this year?
David Green was very swift of foot.
Oh, yeah.
He ran more than Stetson did.
Poor David. I'm sorry, dude.
That
That's
was
all
a shot
me.
out of nowhere. That was a stray.
That was totally unnecessary and hateful. I'm sorry about that, David. That was not okay. David did have a very good run against Clemson. I think he scored a touchdown on that game. Here we go. Yep, 1 mile till 85, which is where most of us want to go. I think tonight, though, you are looking at a team that has the capability of winning it. They sort of proved it to me a little bit more tonight. Well, the Tech game was not great.
I really think they just wanted to leave the stadium.
Yeah,
with
but
the
you
win.
can't. You got to go score. They scored 16 points against Georgia Tech. Not great. That defense sucks. Apparently, we're just like in Italy right now. This is like Naples. People are just all over the place. These lanes don't matter at all.
These are tight lanes.
Yeah, but they're the dotted lines are there for a reason. I mean,
They need to repaint.
oh God, just come on down. Yeah. Got construction. I would not be shocked if we got into an accident tonight. I would not be shocked by that. I would not be happy about it, but I would not be shocked.
I mean, I could fight.
Why are we fighting?
Yeah, what's the fight for?
No. We're just collecting
It's
insurance
us.
cards and that's it.
Just in case?
These buildings. Why
in
do
case.
we
I
have
haven't been a
so
good
much
fight since,
construction
like,
in Atlanta?
15 years.
What's that?
I haven't been a good fight in a long time.
I don't
I'm
think
just
I've been
saying,
in a fight since high school.
I could throw down.
I put a guy in a trash can one time in high school. Now, I'm not proud of that, but that did
Oh, you
happen.
shouldn't be.
That was not
That
good.
sounds really mean.
That was not good.
Well,
Well,
it's better than a toilet.
don't mess with me,
Yeah.
is what I would say.
You Tucker folks.
Let it go, and we won't have to do that anymore. But I think, when you look global, I don't know that Alabama will be viewed the same way as they once were by this Georgia team, the fan base particularly. I told you, dude. I told you before the game. I was like, this feels like the Texas game to me.
We all picked Georgia to cover.
We all picked Georgia.
We all saw this coming.
But we all hedged.
Yeah.
Which I think was appropriate, to be honest with you.
I mean, they're the better football team. And they weren't going to lose to that team twice. The only reason that I had any doubt was just because of it's Alabama. It had nothing to do with what I'd seen on the field this season. Everything on the field we've seen this season and all the numbers that you go and you do a deep dive, everything told us Georgia's the better team and is probably going to win this game, and that 2.5 is probably not a big enough line. But it's because it's Alabama. That is the only reason. It's because of the name on the helmet.
Sort of stop in the near future because they're just not what they were.
When you beat a team like that, not only is the monkey off the back, the whole elephant is off the back.
Alabama can't score.
They should be better next year, but Georgia should also have a really good team
excuse me, why would the Alabama be better?
Oh, that quarterback I think could be better than Ty Simpson that they have.
Keelan Russell?
Yeah. And they're banged up. I think a healthy Alabama
They're definitely
team,
banged up. There's no question about that.
They were missing important players tonight for sure.
But Georgia was too. I mean, you didn't have Drew Bobo.
Noah Thomas.
Was he not out there?
He has back spasms. And Zion Branch wasn't out there, and Janelle Aguero wasn't out there. That's why true freshman Rashawn Dinkins was out there playing at star.
Yeah, dude. I mean, they're playing
a
lot of young guys still. And here's the thing.
Well, that's the new reality.
Here's the thing for me about this sort of team, this situation moment. You know, they're still it's not like they're not practicing, and it's, you know, the whole if what they're saying is true, which it typically is, then this Georgia team should be developing guys, and they should be dealing with, like, if you're the true freshman that played tonight, they're going up against really good players while they're on the scout team, if they're on the scout team. But if you're one of the twos, you're going up against the ones constantly. You're dealing with Juan Gaston and that offensive line. You're used to it. It was good to see Ernest Green out there, I think, the whole game. Is that right?
A lot of it, yeah. If not the whole game.
Get a real quick Indiana score, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Because I got it from here. We by the way, we've made our way to I-85.
Only took us 30 minutes, but
75 didn't look too great.
Yeah.
Let's just be honest.
13-10 at the end of the third, Indiana.
Indiana.
Oh, man.
Holy
Watch
moly.
that.
At the end of the third? Did you say?
I'm turning it on.
This Georgia team can get it done. It's just not going to be the way that it was in 22. I'll put it like that.
There's a lot of, I think, really good teams. Georgia's absolutely one of them, especially the way, Ryan, that defense is playing. They are flying to the football. And it's not just one or two guys. This is a collective unit. One guy's making a tackle. The next, someone different's making a sack. You've got someone breaking up passes. It always feels like different guys were making big plays in this game.
Well, it's a pretty young defense in general, who has now had a season under its belt. It's had a full season under its belt to get better. Elijah Griffin is older. Rashawn Dinkins tonight.
He really pressured that guy.
He's older. Ellis Robinson and DeMello Jones are playing significant snaps this season for the first time. They didn't do that in the past, and they're starters, and they're much older. Ellis Robinson is making a ton of plays. He made a really nice one in the end zone tonight against Ryan Williams to have a PBU. It's a defense that Kirby talked about tonight has grown up over the course of the season, and he doesn't feel like they're freshmen anymore because they can't be that anymore. They're older. They are towards the end of a season where they've been playing better football as it's gone on. DeMello Jones has got more physical. Ellis Robinson has started making more plays. Elijah Griffin is making more plays. Zayden Walker, true freshman linebacker, is getting his time. So they have had significant games now in November where they play Texas, Georgia Tech rivalry game, and then here in this SEC championship. They've got a lot of important experience heading into the season. Now, I think if you're Georgia, I think if you're Kirby, forget about the BS about how you don't want a month off and whatever. I don't care that the 4 teams that had buys last year lost. It made total sense. Ohio State was better than Oregon.
Yeah.
Boise State shouldn't have had a bye. Arizona State was not as good as Texas. They literally were ranked under them. And Georgia didn't have its starting quarterback and played a hot and very good Notre Dame team where Marcus Freeman won the coaching battle.
Yeah.
I don't care about what happened with the first round buys last year. It's a new year. It's a different situation. If you're a Georgia fan, you should be happy that Georgia has this time off and is not going to have to deal with a game, even if it would have been in Athens a few days before Christmas. They get time to prepare. They get time to think. They get time to rest and get healthy. Chauncey Bowens needs to get healthy. Noah Thomas needs to get healthy. The other defenders need to get healthy. You want a full Georgia squad for what could end up being another SEC team in New Orleans or a Notre Dame team that's very physical and runs the ball really well and stops the run well. This time off is important. Tonight was so important, getting that win and securing a first-round bye. I got fired up. I'm kind of pissed all of a sudden.
Well, they're well, we think it's Indiana, Ohio State, Georgia, and Texas Tech.
In some order.
So we'll just take it from there. But the question from that point forward is, can you play the way you need to play as this, when you need to play it? This Georgia team's gotten better, clearly. And I think that they need to, this sort of 3-week period is really important because who they play in New Orleans is going to be a challenge.
Yeah, every game's going to be tough moving forward, but they've shown they can beat good teams, and you better be healthy and playing at a high level and playing well offensively if you want to beat this Georgia team, because they're on a roll right now and they're playing really well, and the offense could still play better.
Yeah.
It's hard to ask the defense to play a whole lot better, but this team, all the players are tweeting now, job's not finished. Like, this is great. You beat Alabama, SEC title. Job ain't finished. There's still more out there, and this team seems really hungry.
Well, we'll see. There's a lot. I mean, it's easy to tweet, right?
Yeah.
And we'll just take it from there. Hey, we're going to wrap it up. We're trying to get on 400 right now. See how it goes. We'll see you from the next video, probably tomorrow sometime.